will dead meme.
Alrighty then. First and foremost, welcome to yet another episode of the Dark Tank Podcast.
We're going
we
dark,
are
baby.
your hosts, Derek, some guy black man, and me, the Messiah, the one that fell from the stars to usher in a 1,000 years of misogyny. It is Tom Sweeney. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Chris is not going to be able to make it today, unfortunately. He is dead. So yeah, he's dead.
Finally.
It's just going to be us now. It's going to be a real ghetto situation from henceforth. But he's not here right now, so it's going to be me and my nigga.
Right. Tired of that white passing fucking Puerto Rican, man.
Ooh, okay.
Tired of that shit.
Okay, chill.
Tired of that shit.
I'm one of those two. Chill out.
No, you're not white passing at all.
I'm not
what are you
white
talking
passing.
About?
I'm a Puerto Rican. No, I'm not.
Yeah, but I said I'm tired of the white passing Puerto Ricans.
Oh shit.
I want that shit.
The white passing.
If you look at Chris Reagan, you don't be like, oh, look at that Puerto Rican. That nigga has no drip. You don't see that.
You gotta calm down. That's still my boy.
Drip on that dude.
That's still my
Still
boy.
no drip on that dude. Do you see where's it like you look at people who have drip like Willem Dafoe, Drake, I guess, and then there's Chris Reagan. You know
Why
what I
are
mean?
you attacking our cause?
Anyway.
I guess we should do some housekeeping. If you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/the Snark Tank. You could shut up some shekels, give us some money, help us feed ourselves. If you're so kind. If you would be so kind.
We're still waiting for them people to take us up on the Gears of War offer.
Yeah, dude, we're really down for that. I won't even tell you a day. We're just going to get on Gears of War. You'll be like, are you ready? And you're going to be like, nah, not exactly. I'm like, too fucking bad. And we're going to play for maybe one kill. And then we'll be done.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. You gotta get your money how you get your money. Also,
right.
We have one more thing of housekeeping. We are now changing the days in which we record and post the podcast. We are going to start recording on Thursdays, and then by Friday, everybody on Patreon will be getting an episode. So if you guys want to get a little extra on Friday, swing us some shekels. It only costs $1 a month. You guys can spare $1. Come on. If you guys buy OnlyFans,
give me your money, nigga. Give me your money.
You guys spend that fucking $1. Man, fuck.
Right.
Just don't be a bitch. And then, but if you can't, and we understand that, you can also get it on free feeds on Monday morning. So we're gonna change around how we're gonna do it now because we feel we feel like mostly things happen towards the end of the week because everybody loses their ability to deal with bullshit and somebody fucks up towards the end of the week. So we're gonna start recording later in the week, putting it out for you guys and seeing how that works. But other than
it makes way more sense.
But other than that, what are some topics? What happened? What's going on recently, Derek?
Man, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening, but I feel like one of the recurring things that keep happening is that Joe Rogan is constantly trending, and it's because people are going after him. And there's people that are like, I think there's people that don't understand why. I think that's kind of the thing why it seems very surprising to people. Like, why are they attacking poor Joe Rogan? Poor $100 million Joe Rogan. They're like, why are they attacking him?
We old Rogan. We old man with all these sponsorships and has a podcast affiliated with Spotify and rubs arms with all these famous people and had the chance to speak to Bernie Sanders in person and let's talk to Elon Musk and this guy that's just like us. But he's
just the champion of the people
for real.
So it's kind of it's weird because I understand why people are going after there's people that we know in the YouTube space like Ethan Klein has been going after him a lot, so that's been a very big thing. But there's also a lot of doctors and other random people all banded together to try to be like, yo, Spotify, y'all gotta chill, man. He's spreading too much vaccine hesitancy, COVID misinfo, and he's harming people indirectly. And then one thing that just happened recently is Neil Young.
Oh, really?
The famous Neil Young put out an ultimatum. He said, either remove Joe Rogan from Spotify or remove my music. Now, of course, Spotify's not going to remove their bag. Like Spotify, Joe Rogan's bringing a lot of money to and a lot of viewers and stuff to put. I don't know how many. I didn't even check to see how many listeners Neil Young had, but they removed his music. Now I'm seeing a lot of people.
That's crazy. They really removed Neil Young. That's wild. Yeah. Holy shit! They did,
but it was by his request though.
Neil Young averages 6 million monthly listeners, man.
Oh shit, that's a lot. I mean, that's a good bag. And that shows you his principle. He's like I can't be on this platform anymore because Joe Rogan is spreading too much misinformation and it's harming people. And so he, instead of caring about his bottom dollar, he thought it was more important from his own principalities to not be associated with this platform that is indirectly killing people. It sounds like such a hot take to say.
It sounds like a grossly exaggerated thing, but at the end of the day, where this is real shit, I am not an anti Joe Rogan person at all. I don't really care that much about Joe Rogan. I admit I watched some of his podcasts, particularly when he has some of his guests on, like he has I watched it with Elon Musk. Of course I had to watch that. That's something you have to see. I saw him talk to Bernie Sanders because I was like, that's important. I saw him talk to I'm a bit of an idiot. Whatever his name is. What's his name?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. I watched that because that's funny, I have watched it. I've watched that. But I do understand that what happens is, and this is my argument that comes back, and this is my argument that goes a little deeper into personalities as a whole. This is my very argument, and people disagree with me on it, and you're welcome to disagree with me on it. And I don't really care, but I believe that
you're wrong.
At a certain point, you have to understand that people come to your place for information. People are being educated by you. Whether you intended that or not, people are being educated by you. At a certain point, you have to take accountability, people don't want to because it's not, who the fuck wants accountability? Who wants to be like, oh, if something happens, we can blame you for it? No one wants that. But when a lot of people just come to Joe Rogan and they get their views from Joe Rogan and they're just like, oh, I should do this because this guy who's this personality what happens, because in all realness, personalities have a lot more power than people want to believe. They get their perspectives from them, I have watched time and time again, YouTubers say shit that's objectively wrong about various things, whether it be politics and fucking music, science, all that shit. And then people sculpt their opinions. Bro, I've listened to Anthony Fantano objectively say wrong shit about music, objectively, I know about it. And he's saying wrong shit, and people will champion his views, even though they don't know anything about it, because that's what happens.
Right. Let's. I want to break it down even a little bit deeper for people to understand. I want people to understand, you should recognize how dangerous this is, because when you think about something as simple, because it blows my mind when you look at people like David Koresh, when you look at people like Jim Jones, when you look at these when you look at I know, how are people following this? Now, let's say Joe Rogan's not even trying. Now, I want to say, for the sake of argument, imagine if Joe wanted to start a cult. Do you know how many people he would get in that? So my point is, people are so susceptible to bullshit.
Way more than anyone wants to admit, bro.
It's
people act like it's not true, but so many people deal with crisis of identity, and they latch on to people to help them define themselves.
Right.
So I think of it all of these fucking. Have you ever watched a big female Twitch subscriber, a Twitch streamer?
Ooh, have I? Ooh.
Bro, watching the way people just flock to them without any sense of like there's just people just like like people don't have an individuality is becoming less and less common, and people will follow these groups. They will do it. People don't want to admit it.
I want to show you something that you mentioned that. So a few days ago, Pokimane posted 4 pictures of herself and said, "Sue me." She looks very nice. You know, she's wearing some very tight pants they're like mom jeans, but tight, right? Like, you know, they're all hiked up and shit. And she just basically, it looks nice. I'm like, oh, nice aesthetic. This guy replies, #I stand with Pokey, and he has a fucking shrine. There's a shrine of Pokimane. You can see, I'm holding it up to the camera.
Niggas are monsters. Niggas are monsters, bro. Niggas are crazy, bro.
Like, those dudes would kill. If Pokimane said kill for me, those dudes would do it.
If Pokimane, this is real. This is real money. This is real shit, dog. If Pokimane said, yo, for real, I want you to beat somebody up in the street for me, and I'll let you get a glimpse of me nude, people would do that.
I will show you the few bumps on my areola.
It wouldn't be an insane amount, but some people would really consider it.
No, not even consider. They would consider it. They would do it. They would fucking do it, man. And like, so look, so now that we've established how insane people can be, now think about just in the most casual sense. So we're talking about Joe Rogan, very influential person, to the point where if you fucking like search #carnivore diet or January carnivore whatever, because like Joe Rogan started that thing, just look at the thousands upon thousands of posts of who he influences to just eat meat for the month of fucking January.
Right. Yeah. So Joe Rogan, we don't hate you, but like, you know, I understand. I feel like there's a bit of misinformation being spit by you, but you know what? You live your life. You're way richer than me. You're probably never going to see this. So, you know, live your life.
Joe Rogan, I want all of our audience members to clip this right here. Joe Rogan, invite the Snark Tank on your podcast. We want to talk to you. It's not even about, I don't even want to challenge your beliefs. I want to be on Spotify. I want some of that spot. We ain't gonna get $100 million, but you know, I would
like to talk to him though. I feel like he's a wealth of knowledge, or of experience at least. Like he's a wealth of experience. I'd love to speak to him.
I would love to talk, and some of his guests are so fucking crucial. Like there's this guy, damn, I can't remember his name, like Matt Walker or something like that. I think Matthew Walker. He's a neuroscientist, and it's one of the most important podcasts I've ever listened to. It's about sleep. It's just about sleeping, and it's. If you type that in, I'm pretty sure it's Matt Walker or Matthew Walker. But if you just type in Sleep Doctor, Joe Rogan Sleep Doctor, it's one of the most important podcasts I've ever listened to because it really just informed me and enlightened me about how important sleep actually is, and really the like lack of sleep linking to dementia, which I'm like, oh, I want to get more sleep. You know, it just made me realize that like I should stop fucking around and stop trying to just run off of like 4 hours of sleep sometimes, where it's like, no.
Oh no, dude, you sleep till your body wakes you up, bro. That's that's a rule I've learned, you know, like if I don't have something to do, like if I don't have like class or like something serious, like not like a date, like something like for real that I have to wake up for, I'm staying my black ass in my bed till I wake up. That's it. Till I'm like, all right, it's time to wake up.
I'm privileged enough to do that right now, like just with the type of job, having the flexibility, you know, and so it's like cool. So many people don't, but I feel like listening to that, I feel like a lot of people can benefit from it, and so it's like cool. This is the shit that I love. I love like listening to the podcast about this stuff or having his dumbass comedian friends on, right? It's always cool like that, but recently he's just, it seems like he's like a man on a mission, but like in the complete wrong direction. It's like he's a fucking astronaut, but the fucking rocket's pointed at the ground. It's just like and then it's like going to the fucking core or some shit. Or like, no, you go point to the sky, bro. It's just so it's a little weird, but whatever.
All right. So after that, any other topics you want to talk about? I don't know what the fuck's going on recently, honestly.
Look, I mean, I guess there isn't that much stuff going on, but I have to poke a little bit of fun at this guy that we've mentioned briefly on the show, and serpent. Some of you may be. There's a lot of you that may not be actually aware of this guy, and it's probably better if you don't know who he is. But if you're curious enough, if you type in Ethan Ralph and maybe, I don't know, documentary, I don't know what controversy, I don't know. There's a wealth of videos on him. I'm trying to think of something that I watched that was like really well done, but I can't think of it recently. But this guy is just a human. He's a living L. Like he is constantly taking massive L's in life. So I want to go back to who this guy is, because a lot of you know Gamergate, right? You remember all that bullshit back in like 2014. So when a lot of people on the left, right? Let me build up to this. Let me build up to it, man.
Okay.
So a lot of people on the left, when they say that Gamergate was just a harassment campaign against women, they're pointing to Ethan Ralph and his fucking minions, because he was a part of this whole garbage that was happening. And when there was people that were genuinely concerned about journalistic integrity, and then there was Ethan Ralph, that's just him and his fucking cretins just harassing everybody and sending them like horrible shit, then that's what was remembered. So it's like it completely, when you look at Gamergate on Wikipedia or in the mainstream, it's just harassment campaign against these women. That's all it says. And it's like, well, we lost that fucking war. Like we totally lost that culture war, because number one, all I cared about was stop fucking being stupid when it comes to journalists. Stop protecting people who need to be fired. You know, like there was people that need to be fired and you protected them. It was like a fucking conspiracy. Anyway, so now he's devolved into just this piece of trash that just does the worst things ever.
Ethan Ralph is evil for real, dog. Like for real. Like, I don't think many people are evil, but this nigga's a monster. Like, this guy's a fucking monster.
He's a fucking...
Ethan Ralph, like, I watch videos about him to remind me I'm not a bad person. Like, whenever I do something mildly not good, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm fucking up for real. You gotta do better, Kingston. I look at Ethan Ralph, and I'm like, I'm not that bad. I'm not quite that bad. Yeah, this nigga, what do you do with the guy's girlfriend? No, okay, let's just get specific. So, recently,
he's done so much. Yeah, he's done so much, and like, I'm sure we've mentioned some of this stuff before. Probably, if you want to look it up, go look it up with his arc of garbage that he's just so much stuff. You know what? I think the video, now that I remember, I think the video is called "The Ballad of Ethan Ralph." That's a good one that you want to watch. Anyway, so recently. If you guys remember, so in the last episode, I said that there was a stream called the F Ralph or the Fuck Ralph's Festival or something. It was just a stream of people coming together shitting on him. And it happened, and I caught a good chunk of it, and it was pretty entertaining. It was way too fucking long, but it was pretty entertaining. So Ethan is beefing with Andy Worski, who I mentioned before, you know, that fucking trash human being. And they had why ever they're beefing, whatever, I don't know. But Andy, I guess he is Portuguese from actual Portugal. Mm-hmm. So he has his family, a lot of his family lives in Portugal. And because of that, Ethan's like, I'm going to one-up Andy, and I'm going to go to Portugal or something. I'm going to try to find your sister or fuck her or something like that. Some shit. You know, because that's just the type of person he is, right? So he ends up in Portugal, and he gets his face smashed in. Now, he claims that he got mugged, right? He had like a little man purse or something, which when you're tourists, that's one thing. That's like one of the number one things they teach you. Don't advertise your shit that you have with you. Don't have a fanny pack. Don't have a backpack. Don't have a fucking satchel or a man purse. You're advertising, like, you know, because if you're in certain areas and you're a fucking gringo, you're an easy target. So you keep your wallet in your front pocket or whatever. It's whatever it is. You know, if you're in a huge city or something like that where there's a lot of tourism. So apparently he got mugged. He claims, which I don't believe, that he ran after the guy. I don't believe that fat piece of shit ran at all. I just don't think, because he's just a tub of lard. I think he did get mugged, and then he like was saying some really racist shit, and then they just whooped his ass because just a finishing blow, just to let you know you suck, you know.
They just beat you to the floor afterwards, you know?
Dude, he got his ass, like, I think I took a screenshot of, yeah, of course I did. But like this dude got fucking, he took damage. He took quite a bit of damage. In all fairness, fucked up.
He took a very sensible amount of damage, you know?
Dude, he got fucking smacked up. So, and it's just like, it's one of those things when somebody is always constantly being so shitty. It's just that, I don't, there's a part of me that does believe in the law of attraction to a certain extent. Like, not like into the way that, you know how people are like, if you visualize it or whatever, it'll just come to you. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But what I mean is...
You don't believe in that?
Subconscious... How could I? Like that, because there's people that daydream all day and they get nothing.
If you don't believe in pussy, you're not going to get pussy, bro. If you don't believe you're going to get pussy, you're not going to get pussy.
You need to pursue pussy to get pussy.
Nah, bro. So you gotta wait around. Do what I do, man. Just wait till pussy falls in your lap, bro. I just be chilling, bro, and pussy falls into my lap, and I'm just like, dang, I don't need this pussy. I got my own. I got my own pussy that I don't need, and then I just push all the pussy away.
I'm sure that's how it happens.
Exactly like that, bro. But you
are a fucking lunatic.
I do believe to a certain degree, the energy you put out into the world, you receive. You know, and to a degree with that, I believe I think that's a thing.
That's what I mean. Because like when you surround yourself, like subconsciously, you're just always just bringing yourself and surrounding yourself by negativity. Because like people who are winners and stuff, they're not worried about all this negative bullshit. They're not flying to, when you have all these problems, you have like custody battles with your kid and all this stuff going on and all this crazy shit. You claim that your fiance or something is you leave her alone even though she felt like afraid because someone showed up at the front, the front of their house. Like during the live stream, some guy showed up and delivered diapers. He basically, but the thing is, Ethan Ralph also invited him there. He called him out on the stream live and doxed himself, telling him, come to my house. So he literally came to his house and dropped off diapers, like, here, you're not going to buy your baby anything. So here's some fucking diapers. And he claims his girlfriend was all terrified and shit, but then he leaves the country. Like, and then he gets his ass kicked. I'm like, you can't make this shit up with this guy.
He's the worst, bro. He's the worst. He's a bad person. He's a bad guy.
Literally. And he won't. I would genuinely classify him as a sociopath because I never seen him like admit to the stuff that he does wrong. Like I saw him, somebody who I considered a friend. I don't really talk to him that much anymore, but Monday Matt Jarbo, like he got into back in 2018. He got caught like flagging some people's channels because they were just constantly making fun of him.
For real?
Yeah, Matt fucking flew way too close to the sun because he would have got away with it, but then he kept going on stream with these idiots and being like, I didn't do it. And then they caught him because they're like, all right, show us your report, like youtube.com/report, show us your report. And then he got caught because he was just like, all right, he fessed up, he showed it, and then he flagged all these channels, even though he was just, so for a while, he was just getting roasted. He's just getting dunked on constantly because they're like, you're a pussy. You're flagging people's stuff down. You could have gotten their channels taken down and all this stuff. So he got roasted like hard. Meanwhile, before that even happened, Ethan Ralph has been fucking trying to flag people and dox people and all this stuff that he claims that he's not into. All this stuff that he claims that he hates and he detests, and all of his detractors and everybody, they're all like, oh, meanwhile, they're all participating in it.
He's a demon. He's a demon. He's a bad person, guys. Like, it's moral of the story: Ethan Ralph sucks, and he got beat up, and it's kind of funny because he sucks. It's kind of funny, like I hope he survives, and I hope he has no lingering damage. But like this guy he's kind of the worst, he seems fine. He's on Twitter. He's the ones sharing the fucking which is insanity to me. The fact that you would even share this shit. I'm fucking giggling at the fact that he got his ass beat, bro. It's so funny.
And this isn't even the first time, though.
Oh my God.
This isn't even like when was it? Sometime last year. He showed up at some YouTuber's house and he got his fucking face punched a bunch. Like, did you see that video where he fucking some guy kept calling him like, "Oh, you're only 5'1", you're like 5'1" or something, and then he steps into his house because he's dating some girl. I don't know who she is, but I don't know. I think she's weird. Something about I don't know. These people are all fucking weird. But he's dating some girl that's a YouTuber and used to stay at this house with there's a guy, he used to go by the name Digibro, but I think he's trans now or she's trans or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't really know anything about, I know this person, people started hating Digibro. I don't know if she still goes by that, but anyway, because she was all into the lolly stuff, all the anime cartoon stuff. So it was getting all weird. So somehow Ethan Ralph was involved with these people, picking up some like his girlfriend or something was picking up her items from that house. And so Ethan Ralph shows up and then he goes into the house and then they start beating his ass. Like they start fucking just mollywhopping. It's on video.
Beating his ass.
Yeah.
I did see that. I forgot who it was. It was I think it was wait, was it? It was
I don't know.
It was Digibro. It was Digibro. Yeah, he walked in and they fucking gangbanged him.
Yeah, so it was all so he basically all bloody and stuff and his gun hanging out and everything. It's just and that shit's infamous. If you fucking type in if you type in Ethan Ralph and Gunt, it's just
all right. Let's not bring any more attention to this demon. He's the worst.
I mean, he is the worst, but it's just one of those things where like you kind of like it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. That's all I can say, man. I just can't imagine myself, and I'll leave it alone. If I had this many L's, I would fucking stop. I'd go away.
You can't.
Like I would.
You can't just go away.
If I got after that, if I got fucking was trying to one up somebody, I'm gonna go to this country and one up them or whatever, and I got my ass beat. There's no way in hell I'm sharing the photos.
That's destiny. That's fate right there, bro. That's like the universe being like, bro, stop. That's enough.
Right.
Quit it. That's it. That's enough. We're done. You're done.
It's pretty nuts. It's absolutely insane, but I love it.
All right.
Let's fucking hit some questions.
We go into some questions.
Let's do it.
Let's go. This is a general comment for Jamas. Sup, my favorite podcast trio. I noticed Derek is talking about being a broke YouTuber. If he didn't have to fly to Europe just to fuck some Nordic bitches, he'd save a lot of money. Just my 2 cents. Au revoir, cunts. Now, first of all, don't call me a cunt. You don't got to be rude. Second of all, bro, I'm saying, bro, you do be going to far reaches for some of that pristine Caspian pussy. And I respect it, honestly. I respect the drive.
So first of all, that wasn't a question, so you're a dumbass. Number 2, Nordic, like as if it was like plural or something. Like my ex-girlfriend is Norwegian. Cool. And thirdly, I'm assuming this person's like a child or something, like not an adult and doesn't know how much things cost, because like I'm assuming that like no one's gonna fucking go broke from a trip. You know what I mean?
You don't go broke
normal
from a trip.
People who fucking work at goddamn McDonald's can save enough money to have a vacation. So I'm assuming this person has never held a job or something, or just doesn't know how money works. You know what I mean? Because like being a broke YouTuber, I have a regular wage job. I'm not balling, right? I'm not balling out of control. I can pay my bills, and I can also save up some money to go on vacation.
I mean,
it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
It's as simple as that. It's not a break in the bank thing. Yeah, it's not a break in the bank thing.
No, it's not. It's you have to save a little bit of money for a few months, and then you can fucking take a vacation. You know, that's literally, if you can't afford a vacation, then like I would say, you know, your job, I hope that it's full time. I mean, that is part time, or it's just something that you're doing temporarily. But like if it's something that like it's your career, and you can't afford to like say, let's just say realistically, just say 6 months. After 6 months, if you don't have enough money saved aside to, I don't know, just go somewhere nice. Like I feel like, hey, like, you know, maybe you want to do something because that sucks. I feel like that sucks. Or if you and your partner can't come up with the money together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
then that's you gotta figure things out.
You got to figure things out because that's not good enough.
Yeah,
everybody's got to fucking have take some time. Everybody's got to take some time, even if you don't go anywhere. Like you just go to to use that extra money to treat yourself or something so you can reset. You gotta
treat yourself. You can't spend your whole life just working just to work.
Fuck no,
because that'll kill you. You'll die sooner.
Absolutely,
you spend your whole life putting yourself into an early grave.
Yeah, and so whoever that fucking guy was. Thank you for supporting the Snark tank, but shut up.
Okay, this next one. I don't know how to read this word. It's Shenden. It's Shenden Freudian slip. I probably fucked that up.
I mean, go ahead. You keep going.
How do you pronounce that?
Well, because I'm not looking at it, so I'm not even gonna.
Okay, Shenden Chandin's Freudian slip asks, howdy, the three eyes watching me in my asylum chamber. Ooh. What are your views on makeup as a whole? As art, the makeup is a live thing on dudes, on women, and whatnot. Thank you for helping me through grad school and go splunge. Oh my God, a bad dragon dildo where the sun doesn't reach. Whoa, dang, I'm not putting a bad dragon dildo up there, but how do you feel about makeup, Derek?
Not usually into that. I think makeup is. I think just like most things in this world, anything in moderation is great. I feel like if you use too much of almost anything, then it becomes a problem. You see some people who look like fucking clowns. They look like clowns.
They look like the cloying, bro. Like the fucking cloying, dude.
So there's that, but I mean I feel lucky that my lady is just because there's a problem that the only problem that I think makeup does have when it comes to society is that the way we judge men and women are very different, where it's like when you see a handsome man, because he's just natural. Typically, the men don't have makeup on. So, though, this is a very handsome dude. But when we see pretty women, it's typically we're seeing them with makeup on. And then when the society sees them without makeup, they're like, oh,
they tear them down.
They're not and it's just fucking ridiculous. And you see, let's talk about Pokimane. Something that I won't shit on her for is a lot of these fucking dumbass these dudes that have never touched pussy in their life were shitting on Pokimane, seeing her without makeup. And I'm just like, have you people have never lived around a woman before, or you been with, do you even not have a fucking sister? You know what I'm saying? To where you see your sister, how she looks when she's going out versus how she is when she's staying home. How are you fucking saying anything about Pokimane without makeup on? Okay, there's Pokimane without makeup on. She's still attractive. She just doesn't have fucking eyeliner on and some other bullshit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I feel you.
Stupid.
When it comes to makeup for me, I think makeup has done damage to society in a way that it makes girls feel like they need it. A lot of women that feel like they're at their prettiest, they need it, and I'm talking from a perspective of man. I'm not a woman. I'm not a makeup user. I'm gonna be upfront about that right now. I feel like it makes I have this friend. I think she's actually one of the prettiest girls I've ever seen in my life. She's a beautiful girl, but she is so inconfident without having makeup on. It's the saddest thing ever. She has acne, but she's still a very gorgeous girl, and she pours makeup on her face, and it makes me so sad because I think she's so pretty, and I wish she wouldn't do. I wish she didn't have to have that idea of that. If people saw her real face, she wouldn't be considered, or she wouldn't be able to find herself attractive. But at the same time, it is an art form. You can't tell me cosmetic makeup isn't an art form. You can't tell me some of the makeup that's done by beauty designers isn't an art form as well, because it is.
Of course.
At the end of the day, it is. And sometimes it's really, really, really fucking impressive. I come from a family where we don't use makeup. We have, I and my sister, my family, we have very nice colored skin. So we usually don't need makeup. We don't have many cracks in our skin, or we don't have many blemishes. So we don't have to conceal anything. But I know people who use makeup and you could barely, my girlfriend doesn't really use makeup that often at all. And she's fine with it. Or when she does makeup, I'm like, oh, that looks nice on you. But the thing is that it's just moderation. At the end of the day, what you said, it's just a degree of moderation. It shouldn't become a crutch for you to be okay with showing your face. But it being there isn't inherently bad. I changed my perspective about that actually, because I used to really dislike makeup before.
Yeah, I've always liked it. It's more of a special occasion stuff. Well, when someone wants to get dolled up, like me and my lady went to go to the Hell's Kitchen, fucking fancy ass restaurant. So we got all dressed up and shit. And she put on the makeup and everything like that. Even when we were rushing, she was like, I just gotta hurry up and put some shit on. And it was like, it looked nice. She looked great. But most of the time, like she does not need an ounce of makeup she wanted. Like she looks fucking fantastic. And that's cool. And I wish that, say, women had more confidence, but it's hard to ignore these apps, especially Instagram, when you're constantly seeing, like, there's people that I know that cannot post a picture without a filter. And in my opinion, the way that I see it, I think they look worse with the filter. When I see this filter, like, smooth out their features and their features are almost gone, where I'm like, well, you're not you anymore. Like, I can barely see your nose. I can barely, you know what I'm saying? Like, it like smooths things out to the point where they look just different enough to where it's not them. To me, I'm like, you don't want to do that. And I wish that they, because it's like, we know this as men. We'll stick our dicks in anything, really, at the end of the day.
I am not one of those people any longer. But once upon a time, bro.
That's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, the average man does not give a
horny niggas are despicable, dog. Horny niggas are disgusting,
bro. She could have, like, I saw this dude that had a tumor on his face to where, like, you couldn't see his features. Like, it was kind of crazy. It was actually one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But, like, I know for a fact plenty of men would still fuck a chick like that.
Yo, if she got a fat ass, he might do it. He might do it.
She got cheeks. She got pussy. I mean, like, I'm telling you, like, there's so many, like, it's such a, when you think about makeup and nails and all this stuff, it's for themselves typically and for other women. Like, usually, like, say, like, there's like a huge joke within, like, the black community that women go to church just to compare clothing and shit. They're always dressing their someday best to just show off their best fucking shit. Like, and it's like, well, yeah, to a certain extent, I know you ain't wearing, who you wearing it for? You ain't wearing it for the fucking pastor. You ain't wearing it for your husband.
You ain't wearing it for God. You ain't wearing it for God. God sees you all the time, dog. God sees why you're naked, dog. Like, you ain't hiding nothing from nobody, but I understand that.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things where I feel like leaders at the top, like the Kardashian types, the all those people, they need to go away. They're the ones that are, like, leading the forefront of, like, thinking that all these girls gotta, like, do all this crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you don't. I personally prefer natural, because, like, the thing is that there's gonna be times where, God forbid, and hopefully not for those people, but there's gonna be times people can't, just can't have makeup, and, like, are you not gonna be able to show yourself? You're not gonna be comfortable around people that know you. It's like, God forbid, like, you're dating somebody for years, like, you're dating a freaking, like, Kylie Jenner type that looks like a fucking Dominican person with her makeup on, then it wipes off and she's whiter than Chris, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? She looks like a ghost, and you're just like, excuse me, you are a different race in this moment right now. Like, and that's a joke of it, but it's fine. Wear your skin, be comfortable in who you are. I'm black as shit, and I love myself. I'm also beautiful, so that helps. But like,
it's definitely like it's one of those things where when someone, it's kind of like, I can't even use the word objective, because we know that it's all fucking subjective, like beauty.
It's societally objective. It's societally objective.
Thank you. Yeah, so you see some people that are, they're a little busted up. Like, you're like, you see some people, you're like, all right, I understand. It's just like, say, for example, I'm usually against, like, surgery of any kind. I'm usually like, say, I had a stepsister. She asked me, this was in 2008, she asked me, she was like, hey, like, what would you think if I, like, got, like, what's it called? Breast implants? Oh, yeah. And I told her, I'm like, no, like, you don't need any, like, because she had, like, A cups or some bullshit, and she was just like, so obviously that was bothering her. But me, I'm just like, look, I'm even though we're a step, I'm like, I'm your fucking brother. Like, you don't need shit. Like, you're fucking fine. Like you're it's in your head. You don't need it. She got it anyway.
Oh yeah,
but she was happy. But I'm like, okay, whatever. You know,
there you go.
You do you. You're happy. You're fine. Sometimes though, I do see a girl I grew up with. She used to be called Triple H because she had a huge fucking nose, and it was pretty sad. It was pretty sad. Because if you look at Triple H,
he's got a schnoz on him. He's got a schnoz, you know, like that's so mean, you know.
I mean, of course it is. So in that instance, I'm like, if she wanted to get a nose job, I'd be like, bless you. Like, I understand. Like,
I give you my blessing.
Like, no, I understand because like I saw the bullshit that she went through, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I know that would change your fucking life. But you see these other chicks that are all aesthetically pleasing, they'd look fucking completely fine. They're like, oh, I hate my nose, I hate my lips, and I'm like, you are gonna look like bro. I want you to take a look at this. Their name are Stacy and Darcy Silva or something. Sylvia. They came from 90 Day Fiance. They, in the past 3-4 years, have butchered their faces to the point where it is, oh my god! It's to the point where the one named Darcy, she privated her Instagram account.
Oh no!
Because she was getting way too much shit.
Oh
bro,
no!
She looks fucking terrible. I can't even.
Oh no!
But that's where we're at, bro. She used to look like, you can already see when she first debuted onto the show. You can already tell she had too much work done. But now it's to the point where it's like, wow, I don't even know who the fuck that is anymore. She looks like an alien. Like, it's scary. It's scary. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick.
She looks
Darcy,
like an alien. Jesus, God. All right,
I'm gonna put in Darcy new look.
Let's stop making fun of the way women look, because I'm gonna get too excited. I'm gonna end up getting excited if we keep it up. But
all right, we'll move on to the next one.
All right, next question. This is from Ghislaine Maxwell, security guard. I don't know what happened to the security camera on February 3rd, 2022. Please stop asking. Hey there, you beautiful wenches. Happy 2020. I work at a vet's office. One day we had a client come in with a dog, and I really liked it. And it was just time to go, time to say goodbye. Oh man. As I was helping the doctor prep the euthanasia, the clip of Chris' racism watchdogs popped into my head saying, "Today we're gonna put down a dog." I had to leave the room to keep from laughing and collect myself. My coworkers thought I needed a moment because I was upset. Have you guys ever had an intrusive thought that completely derailed an otherwise serious moment?
I would say every single time I went to church, literally every single time, I had to stop myself from laughing because these, did I tell you guys? Did I ever tell you that my friends begged me to take them to my grandma's church?
Oh,
to, her True Way Baptist.
Oh no!
And I said no. I was like, you guys can't handle it. I have learned to hold in my laughter. I'm like, you guys don't understand. And then I went to my aunt's church in Georgia. It was like try not to laugh challenge. It was the hardest thing. It was the hardest.
What's crazy? What I gained from being in a black church is I gained the ability to sleep during noise. I can sleep during like loud noise. I can
loud fucking shit. You're just.
I wake up when I hear voices talking to me, because then I'm like, oh no, the schizophrenia is finally here. But when it comes to just noise, I can sleep through it. But dude, I went to a Seventh-day Adventist church, and we weren't quite as bombastic as Baptists. But of course, being myself, I've dated a girl that was a Baptist, and I went to church with her. And I was literally, there were moments where I had to be like, oh my fucking God. This is a bunch of coons. Oh my! Look at them dance. Look at them. I felt like one of the slave masters in the Roots watching the slaves dance and sing. It was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
It's like, I feel it was so, because I didn't want to disrespect these people, but it was so hard, like especially the fucking pastor, man. I don't understand how nobody was laughing. Like, fucking, he's
and the
he's
Lord, and today we are here. It's like shit like that. And it's
funny?
like, bro, this
how
is
that
ridiculous.
Not funny to people? And then he starts singing. Like, it's like, first he starts off like it's and then it starts singing. I want you to know that today is the Lord's day. And then the organ's going, wow. Wow, praise God. Wow. And I'm like, how is no one laughing at this? It's so fucking silly.
Because that's their place of praise, bro. Look, I get it. Okay, let me see what time have I have. Oh man, there was the time that, like, obviously the time that, like, one of our good friends, Jalen, his girlfriend's dog, said it hung itself, and I left the room because I had to laugh. I couldn't. Chris kept himself composed. I laughed at that shit. That was fucking funny. What else? There was definitely one time my grandmother told me. My grandmother told me about. She told me about the story about this kid that got ran over by a car, and I was really sad in St. Thomas. But she said his shoes flew off when he got hit. And bro, the idea of someone's shoes coming off their feet as they get hit by a car, even though it happens every time, you can run into someone hard enough for their shoe can come off their feet, you know? But for some reason, the idea that she painted a picture where he like sailed over the car like the cow jumped over the moon in those nursery rhymes. And I was around a bunch of people, like people I shouldn't be laughing about, and I fucking broke into tears. And my grandmother had to leave early because of how embarrassed she was. So, like, sorry, Grandma, sorry about that right now. It was really funny, but every time, dude, I'm not a serious person at all. I don't know, like, my demeanor is not serious. So whenever something funny happens, I just laugh at it. Like we were talking about Down syndrome the last episode, and I fucking laughed, even though like I can't help it. I'm sorry, but often. All right.
Right. I'm sure there's plenty of that I just can't think of either, but yeah.
All right. Next, we got Mitch McConnell's Tortoise Show. What is good, disciples of Keith David? I wanted to know, have you ever gotten fan fiction written about you? And how much do you despise it? Keep up the wonderful work here and on your own projects, and stay safe. Thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate it. Yes, there was a Keith David. Wow, I almost said that. No, there was no Keith David fan fiction. I would love that. That'd be fucking amazing.
Sweetie, come here.
Sweetie, undisrobe yourself. Good job. Now tell me, who's your commander? I'd be like, you are. You are.
Legs all spread behind your fucking your back, behind your head.
Fucking, under my arm, bro.
Yes, just how I like it.
I'll tell you why they call me Goliath, and I'll be like, what? Crazy.
Dun, 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 ba, ba, ba.
There's a fan.
Go ahead, sorry.
Goliath, the freaking Gargoyles theme song went fucking crazy, bro. It went crazy for no reason. But I would say yes. There's one that is about Chris, but unfortunately, I'm in it somehow. I'm involved in it, and I just fucking I read like a passage of it, and I was like, oh, this is the type of shit that makes me want to set fires, you know?
Yeah. I think I was in one. I think I was in one, but whatever it was, I didn't read it because it was around the whole like anti-SJW bullshit. It was around that time or something. I remember it was I didn't whatever it was. I didn't read it because I'm just not really. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that stuff, right?
I don't respect it. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Shit's disgusting. It's filthy. Bro, you do that shit, you're fucking filthy to me. You're garbage. You're fucking
I didn't even like... Bro, I had an ex-girlfriend that she essentially wrote like she would sext me in a like romance novel type of way. It was long, drawn out. Like I was like,
who
dude,
the fuck
like,
is this broad?
I'm a guy. I don't like this shit at all. Like,
so look,
not even a little bit.
Speaking of romance, it is a little off topic, but it's really funny. So yesterday, Lillian called me, and I was like, "What are you doing, honey?" Like, obviously, just seeing what type of fuckery she's up to. And she was like, "I just finished reading a book, and I hated it." And I was like, "Oh, what was the book about, bro?" It's a book about. Now, this is going to be the most atypical shit ever. It's a book about a nanny who tried to find her job. He went to school for chemistry, but she couldn't find a job. She ended up getting a job for this husband this guy who lost his wife, and he has 2 kids, and he's like the leader of this big business. And he's supposed to be getting married to this girl to create this merger, but instead he falls in love with the nanny. But come to find out, he's competing with his brother for this job that becomes CEO. It's all this like atypical bullshit. She was trying to explain it to me, and she was I've never seen her more passionately talk about anything. And I was just like, at the end, she was like, "Do you like it?" And I was like, "That's fucking stupid. That's all stupid. That's dumb." And she was like, "How is it stupid?" And I was like, "Lillian, that story's been told 1 billion times, and every time it's told, it's fucking dumb."
Look, man, it's just look, those books, those are the shit that women they gobble it up.
Gobble it up, bro. It's wild. Teenage girls and I guess women in general, just buy the dumbest shit. They would just buy, I'm saying that as a fucking man. You know how easy it is to make a man enjoy something? If you show titties and explosions, a man will sit down longer than they should to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like, some of them can snap out of it and be like, "Oh, this is dumb." But some of us will just be stuck there like, "Oh, whoa." No. If it's an explosion to titty ratio, if it's 4 titties to 1 explosion, a man can be trapped there for way longer than they should be.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, look, you
ever watch action porn? Shit's insane.
I have not, but that sounds awesome.
Action porn.
Bro, like, for me to be entertained, like, just put on John Wick, or you can put on The Expendables. Like, it doesn't even have to be good, but you can put on Fast and Furious 8 or 9. It doesn't have to be. You can just put shit on that's just doing crazy shit. Whip your titties out. Dude, I am so. You have no idea. Now, if there's food involved, I'm literally in paradise.
Oh, that's heaven.
Like, I'm literally in paradise. That's it. Like, stupid action, or it could be good action, but a lot of times I enjoy like mindless action, mindless violence, so I don't have to think. It's just put on. That's why I love the Fast and Furious franchise, where the direction it moved in. Mm-hmm. It's the most mindless violence and self-aware bullshit ever. It's great. And then, now, if my girl's there, titties flopping around, and there's like fucking ice cream on my lap or something, she's there too. Like, dude,
You know what's crazy?
Nothing else needs to be said.
For me, I'll take food over the titties, honestly. Which is really... it's like... Well, because I can't focus on titties and food at the same time, you know? So, but like, because look, I'm going to be real with you. Titties are attached to women, usually. Sometimes they're attached to men, and that's even more of a plus. But titties are attached to women, and women inherently bring dismay and discourse wherever they go. So I'd rather just have food and comedy shit on, and I'm chilling. If I'm eating and laughing at the same time, bro, that's all I need. I don't need a hair of a woman.
Well, look at okay. So I understand what you're saying, but
maybe when I'm done focusing on the food, and when I'm done with this wonderful comedy and this food, maybe the girl's fine. I'm like, hey, I can take a woman right now. But
let me. I'm gonna tell you what paradise for me is right now. This is paradise. It would be so. Girl is butt ass naked, riding on my fucking Johnson. She just strapped on it, right? And I'm sitting down on like the couch or whatever. I'm sitting down. Like, I'm not laying down or whatever. I'm sitting down, and she's just going for a ride. And she's holding a phone like this, right? Just above her titties. So her titties are still exposed, and she's holding the phone like this that's playing an action film. And I'm eating a bowl of ice cream, right? So I have my ice cream, my cookies and cream. She's riding my dick, and she's playing fucking John Wick 2.
I feel like I would die. Like, I feel like that'd be pleasure overload, and I feel like you'd use all your serotonin, and then you become a psychopath afterwards. Right after, and you become like a mass murderer. Like as soon as you fucking come and you eat that last bite of ice cream, and John Wick finally shoots that guy on the top of the building, you'll be like. Joker.
You immediately choke her, and you feel nothing.
You feel nothing. It feels great to you. That whole entire destiny of life is great.
Oh my god, that would be fucking man. That would be great. I remember one time I told this girl, this was like a long time ago, but we were just chilling in the summer. And we were just talking about dumbass like goals and stuff and milestones. And I told her, I'm like, yeah, I have a goal. I have a lifelong goal of mine. I wanna bang a girl doggy style while eating a bowl of Cocoa Puffs, off her back. Like I want to balance the cereal bowl on her back and eat Cocoa Puffs while I'm banging her. And then like she was like, you want to do it? And I was so
just
taken
like,
aback.
Not right now, dude. Like, don't ask me this shit like right now. Like, come on, man.
It was also like I didn't have any cereal. I had no milk. It was such a like, don't fucking, you can't do that. You can't tell like somebody. It would almost be like someone's like, man, I would love to kick a field goal in the Super Bowl one day or something, and then fucking Roger Goodell or something literally just calls you up.
Hey, how's it going, kid? You want to do that? And you're just like,
you're like, what? You're just like, and then you hang up. You fucking hang up.
For me, I was the kid that whenever this is gonna sound really disgustingly hoish. But whenever I was offered moments like that, I would jump on them every time. There's so many times where I've been like, there's this one time that my girlfriend's parents were home, but they were like in the study, like looking at something. And I was like, it'd be crazy if you just like fucked right now. Your parents are in there. And she was like, I'm down. And I was like, I'm down too, and we did it. We did it. We had the most insane 5 minutes of sex, and then we were just like, all right, ooh, dope, man. I lasted a whole 5 minutes. That's 10 times longer than last time. I'm a fucking god, And then like after that, I was just like, God. Wow, I just did that. And her parents walked out, and meanwhile I just have my head down. I'm laying down on the couch because I'm out of breath and just trying not to show them I'm sweating so much. It's probably gonna think I'm either sick or something. Like I've always been like the guy, like my girl's like, let's try this. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm just like, no. No. I want to be comfortable. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I don't want to be fucking rushed in anything.
Old man now.
I am, man. My I've gotten so old mentally. It's insane.
Got that old soul going on. I get it.
It's wild. I feel like I'm only 28, and I'm like, not even 28 yet. I'm 27, but I'm just like, I don't.
I feel like if I get back in shape, I probably will act a little more youthful. I think I would be willing to, like, say, I think I'd be willing to like bang my girl in like a semi-public space. Like if I were in shape, I'd be like, if someone sees me, whatever, I look good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that shit right now, man. I got way too much like gut hanging off and shit.
For me, I don't know. I'm taking steps towards being healthier. I've been on like a wellness eating journey lately, and it's been horrible, but I am feeling better slowly but surely, and hopefully by this time next year I'll be like way in much better shape and a way to start pouring off. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna be like a wily person again. I don't know. I've seen too much horrible shit on the internet. I've been a personality on this world for too long. I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know what? Take it day by day. Hopefully I don't die.
Hopefully you don't die. I mean, yeah, you're on the right track, man. You're on the right track. So good shit. Good shit, homie.
All right. So we got another question from Hugger Derek, the movie theater manager. Also, shout out to Hugger Derek to being around since the fucking very beginning. Shout out to all you guys for being around. Y'all rock. We love y'all. Give us your money though, fucking seriously. But Hey there, Jose Cuervo, Don Julio, and Hennessy. I don't know which one of those I am.
Nigga.
I don't know which one of those I am. Because you're the only, you're a pure nigga.
Yeah, obviously I'm fucking Hennessy, which is fucked
pure. I don't know which one of these I fall under. I don't know. Don Julio. I guess I'm Don Julio. No, I don't know. I guess I'm Don Julio due to my Mexican affiliation. But those are both. I don't know.
Both rum though, right? It's both rum.
I know.
Right?
Don Julio's vodka. I'm pretty sure. The Don is vodka.
I think Don Julio was. I thought Don Julio was is Patron?
I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Wait. Is Patron? Wait, Patron's is a brand, right?
It's a brand.
Yeah, Patron's a brand.
Yeah,
it's rum because there's 1800. There's Patron. I thought Don Julio.
I don't remember.
Nigga, right. It has to be. Go ahead.
Okay, I bartended at my job in addition to being the Hugger Derek, the movie theater manager, and I was wondering what types of cocktails do you like? I pretty much like everything fruity as well as amaretto sours. One Love, Snark Tank for life. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah. I like same thing. Anything that's fruit flavored, honestly. Like I fuck with a daiquiri. I don't care what people say. People can make fun of me all they want, bro. That shit hits.
Well, here's the thing. If you're an adult, like so I figured this out in high school. Why would you drink something you don't like?
That's the shit.
The homies, we'd still get our beer. I mean, for a while, like these rat pieces of shit would get all this fucking malt liquor, and I'm like, I'm not drinking that shit. It's disgusting. Once we started having like more money and stuff, so we're buying higher class beer, but we would always have what were they called? Wine coolers too. We would have the Smirnoffs. We would have the fucking triple black or whatever. Because it tastes like fucking Sprite with like vodka in it. Like, why the fuck would you not want to drink that?
As a young man, I would drink in my early years of alcohol. Before I started getting to the point where I was doing too much, I would always have a Four Loko. That was like my thing. It tasted like shit. Even then, it tasted like complete dog shit. But I would drink that and then I would fucking just like down like fucking like UV or OV, that disgusting blue raspberry vodka. I would drink that shit and I would drink so much disgusting alcohol. And now I very rarely drink because I drank so much in my late teens to early 20s. To now I don't drink. But if I'm drinking something, it has to taste good. I refuse to drink alcohol that tastes bad. That is not. I'd rather death. I refuse.
100%.
It's just
like I understand a lot of people. There's a lot of people that don't like regular beer. I like a lager. I love lagers. Ale, most ale, and Indian pale ales, IPAs is just tastes like pine cones to me.
IPAs
I don't even
dude.
understand how people. It tastes like pine. It literally, like to me, when I smell a pine cone, like you ever pick up a pine cone and smell it?
Yeah.
It tastes like they ground that up and then they pissed in it and then there's IPA. That's what it tastes like to me. I was like, how the fuck are people
pissed in it? Oh Lord. That's
what a lot of people say beer tastes like piss to me. I'm like, I don't know how piss tastes, but I assume that's what it tastes like, IPA at least, because it's so just bitter in a way that I'm like, my tongue just doesn't gel with this at all.
It's so gross. IPAs are not.
Yeah,
are not very good.
Some people love them, and it's beyond me. But I'm like, hey, fair enough, man. But like I think I mentioned this before. There's a Belgian beer called Framboise that is very fruitful and delicious.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
Yeah, it's very good. Usually you can find them at those beverage places like Bevmo or those like it's just like a winery. It's like a supermarket for alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bevmo.
Yeah, so usually places like that, but they're not at normal places. But that's really good. Or I love that fucking cheap ass sweet red wine. What is it? Like Il Conte, Stella Rosa.
Stella Rosa. That shit is a classic, bro.
It's fucking good.
It's
really good.
I love me some fucking good sangria. Ooh, man, bro. Some well mixed sangria with a lot of berries. Delicious.
Sangria is good. Sangria is very good.
Delicious. But yeah, pretty much everything fruity. I know Chris is a fan of what is that alcohol? Moscow Mule. He's a Moscow Mule guy. I think that drink kind of tastes like dog shit, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't like the Moscow. I don't like ginger beer. I'm a huge fan of ginger ale. That's like my favorite kind of soda, actually.
Bro, the best this is my opinion, the best alcoholic drink you can ever get. You have to get the right ratio down because sometimes your bartender doesn't get it down. But just a fucking Jameson ginger ale. It is fucking delicious. Bro. It is so, because ginger ale is amazing.
It's the best. Right? It's the best soda, dude. I love ginger ale so much.
It's delicious. And then if you put in like a little bit of fucking Jameson, it is a beautiful drink. It's like there's no bitterness to it. It'll get you a little tipsy too. Like if you do the right ratio. It's my favorite. If I go out, which is rare, but I always get a Jameson ginger ale on the rocks.
A rum and coke is not bad either. Obviously mimosas are the go-to. They're the destroyers of worlds.
Mimosas are. I'm not. I mean, I don't drink in the morning though. It's weird.
I mean, you shouldn't be drinking. Like for a few days when I was going through my sad boys recently, when I'm going through some shit, I was drinking in the morning, and then I realized how not okay that is, because by 2:30 you already have a fucking hangover, and you're like, bro, the sun is just reaching its peak in the sky. And I've already done being drunk.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's one of those things where I stay away because usually people whip out the mimosas in the morning because of fucking orange juice. They're like, they feel like they can only drink orange juice in the fucking morning, so they're like, all right, let's get some fucking mimosas going on.
I love OJ. It's like one of my favorite beverages too. I love orange juice. It's gonna sound terrible. I love grape soda and I love ginger ale.
Yo. Cranberry grape is scary.
Thank you so much, someone else that agrees with me. I've been speaking the praise of cran grape for years. My grandma put me onto that shit when I was like 8. She was like, I just tried, this is really good. And I was like, dang, this is kind of racist how much everyone in my house likes this. But but this shit goes hard. The grape removes all the bitterness of the cranberry, and it becomes perfect.
Right. Like the bitterness, the tart, it's gone. It's so good. The only thing is that you'll get diabetes quick.
Oh, it's sugary than a bitch. Than a bitch, bro. Than a fucking bitch, bro. Sugary than a sweet bitch, bro. It's delicious.
Oh my God.
All right, let's see. We got a few more questions here. Let's do it.
We got time.
This is from Johnny Boy. Hello, people with some of the worst takes I've ever heard. You are put in an infamous-like situation where you are the only one with powers and the rest of the world doesn't. All right? Doesn't have them. I would assume he's probably trying to write. What is your first course of action? You can have whatever you like, if not electric powers. But the catch is the powers can only make you as powerful as coal, meaning you can do a lot of damage, but not strong enough to take over the world or take on the world. I would choose electricity. That'd be perfect. I would just fucking, because you can do a lot of fuck shit with electricity, bro. If your body can sustain electricity to like an insane amount, oh yeah, bro. I'm fucking making citywide blackouts. I'm gonna threaten hospitals and shit like that. I'm gonna be like, yo, if you guys don't give me what I want, I'm gonna shut down this place in this hospital and everybody's gonna die in it.
Right.
Or I'm gonna turn off security this place. Everybody's gonna run up in there and beat your ass. Like,
I don't know. I just want to do something that would just get me a shitload of, because man, all I want to do is chill and play video games, man. That's all I want to. So how am I gonna get there? How am I gonna get to the point where what power am I gonna possess that will allow me to have enough resources to just chill and beat every video game that has been backlogged for fucking years? That's all I want to do.
Dude. You're a simple kid, man. I'm out here trying to become devious. I'm trying to fucking take
You're trying to fuck with hospitals.
I'm trying to go fucking full on Anakin Skywalker. Like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna start here, and I'm just gonna start fucking setting fires and like ruining. Like, yo, dude, you know how much how dangerous that'd be? I'd be like, yo, I'll shut down every server, period, everywhere. I'll crash the economy. I'll destroy. I will destroy everything. All you got to do is give me $1,000 every 2 hours, and I won't do this.
See, I like where you're going with that. It's like, all right, I won't destroy the world, or I won't destroy a big, large portion of it if you give me, $1,000 every 2 hours. I like that. I'm a fan of that. So that's because I want something like that. I want just enough money because, bro, there's too many video games. How am I supposed to? And then when you have you have all the like Green Man Gaming, for example, that website where you just like I bought fucking like 10 games for like $5 the other day, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? I'm not gonna play them.
Yo, dude,
but I still need them.
Steam steals money from people, and people don't understand that it steals money from them, but it steals money from people. Look, I am a huge gamer, okay? I stream, I play video games in my free time. You know, I love video games. That's like one of my pastimes. Other than Dungeons and Dragons, it's video games. Those are like my two, like and reading. I don't buy shit on Steam very often because of the fact that I have so much shit I have to keep playing. There's so many games that I'm not even close to done yet that I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait till I finish this. Then the Steam sale comes out. My friend's like, yo, have you seen this? And I'm like, bro, I understand that game is $5 and that's dope, but are you ever going to play it? And they're like, nah, but it's only $5. And I'm like, bro, but that's $5 you don't have to spend.
It's real shit, but like, man, it's just what you do.
It's just how it works, bro. You got to buy them. It's not up to me.
Look at this, man. So I haven't played the game Bully since PS2. And I was like, sick. I bought it on Steam. I haven't fucking touched that shit. I don't know how long I've had that shit. Fucking
you don't even know how long you've owned it, bro. That's what it's worse.
Yeah, dude. Dishonored. I never fucking never even installed it. And I'm like, oh, I really want to play Dishonored. I heard great things about that game. Let's see. I think Dragonball Fighter Z, I installed it for a little bit, and then because I played it somewhere else. I was at a barcade, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. And then I bought it myself, and I played it for like, let's see, 74 minutes, and then I've never played it again. Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, which I really like this game.
The game's amazing, bro.
The game's awesome. I beat it in 2013, so I rebought it again when they put it on Steam, because I'm like, I haven't played it in fucking so long. So I bought it in December 2020, have not touched it. Dynasty Warriors. No,
it's a scam, bro. I get it, though.
It's just one of, bro. But it's not even because even with Steam, because I did it on Xbox too. If I plug in I haven't played my Xbox One since 2019, and I had 70 games on there that I never beat. Like it was just too many games. But there was about 30 that I did beat. But that's the thing, though. It's like, there's some RPGs that you just, like, say, if you're going to play Skyrim, you're going to play Skyrim.
Yeah.
You're not putting in fucking 20 hours on Skyrim. You're putting in fucking hundreds.
When you finally let your guard down and you let Skyrim in, that's your life for a little bit. That's
right.
That, dude, when I first started playing Skyrim, I just met my girlfriend, and literally there'd be times I would be annoyed by her phone calls because I wanted to play Skyrim. I'd be like, oh, leave me alone. I want to play Skyrim. Leave me alone. That's all I want to play. I can't do that anymore, ever. I can never give a game that much. That's why I can't play like JRPGs, because they take too long. And I'm like, I can't do that.
That's the reason I didn't rebuy. I got Final Fantasy 15 on Xbox One, and then somebody, I think someone stole it from me or some shit. And then I was going to buy because it was cheap as fuck on Steam. But then I was like, I am never going to finish this. There's no way. It's impossible. And I also I have the same problem, which I know I would get a lot of shit for, but I never finished The Witcher 3 for the same reason. Hey, you never got into my Mass Effect, so fuck you, man.
Bro, I played Mass Effect 1 to completion. And Mass Effect 2, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to Mass Effect 2.
That's still
It's still not done.
Me, so
that's true.
I got 1 and 2 Witcher, got into 3, but my problem was I don't have the time that I need to beat it in its entirety. Like I can't
That is
do
a long
all the
game.
side missions and the DLCs and everything, because I can't fucking not, like, I gotta bang as much ass as possible. I gotta make sure Geralt gets as much pussy as actual possible. Like, I gotta make sure Geralt does everything correctly.
How to maximize pussy intake in Witcher 3. That's a fucking real fucking Reddit. It's a whole Reddit forum that teaches you at what moments you should be doing, where you should be getting, how to get the legitimate maximum amount of pussy, bro.
I mean, it's real talk, man. I've beaten Mass Effect enough to where I'm like, all right, so I know who's possible to romance. I know who you can actually get into a love interest with, who you can actually hook up with. How many, like I played enough to where I'm like, all right, I don't even need a guide anymore. I got this. But Witcher, I'd pull up a guide and be like, all right, so who can I do this? Who am I not missing?
Just
can I get into
pussy,
a threesome
bro.
with fucking Yannicka and that other chick?
You're not
or
even,
Jessica or whatever her name is. Yennefer. Well, I don't know. It's all
You're
something
not even there to play
Y.
the game. You don't care about the story. You don't care about anything. You don't care about any of the characters' motivations. None of the lore of the world. You're just like, yo, how can I get more pussy? How can I go from this pussy to this pussy? How can I fuck Triss and Yennefer? I need to fuck them both. I can't fuck one of them. That's not, my appetite won't allow me. I have to fuck
old and
both.
new flame, bro. You got to get the old and new flame.
You know what? Honestly, man, I respect it. Speaking of,
it's more of a thing. Wait, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, this here's Beats.
No, I was just gonna say it's more of like it's like Shepard and Geralt. Like I don't see myself in them. I want them to be happy. I want my characters that I'm playing to beat up the guts and like just because why wouldn't they? When you're the absolute shit, imagine if you were the absolute shit. Like you would do what you got to do. So I feel like I'd be out there
like, only for pussy. I would be a hero only for pussy. I wouldn't save people that are I'm not trying to fuck, bro. That's it. Some dad is like, please help me and my kids. We're gonna die. I fly right past him and help the bad bitch out the window and be like, dang, that's crazy. You need some place to stay. And I can hear the dad and the kids screaming while the fire's happening and they're being consumed by the flames. But I'm like, dang, I couldn't get to them, but I did save you. You want me to fucking laser your insides with my cum? It's just horrible shit like that.
I'm trying to remember if I don't know if it was on Comedy Central, but there was a guy named Wonder Man. I don't know if it was a part of Trigger Happy TV, but like it was just a fucking spoof on TV Funhouse. It was called TV Funhouse, but it was just a spoof on Superman, and it was literally what you just described.
Oh my god, really?
This guy would only save pussy, and like, say there's all this horrible shit happening around him, and then a bum touches a girl, and like she screams, so he goes to her and he's like, oh, this homeless guy touched me and got a stain on me, and then he punches him into the sun. And then then he bangs the chick, like just stuff like that. He just does shit like that where he like ignores everything and then just saves chicks and then bangs them.
That's a fucking smart man, dude. I'm sorry. You gotta if you're gonna be a hero, you gotta have your own fucking. You gotta have your own. Oh my god, I found it. I fucking found it. Yeah, he looks like Superman, but an asshole. Yeah,
this guy's dope, dude.
This guy's dope, dude. All right. Speaking of video games, I'm pretty sure our next question. We'll wrap it up with this question. We'll make a little short episode since good old Maldonado has to re-erect himself. But
right.
But let's
fucking Draugr.
See what do you hate more, Falmer or Draugr, man? Fucking Falmer, man. I can't stand Falmer.
They're fucking really disgusting and annoying. And I hate that they're blind too. They piss me off.
Piss me off. They're fucking. You can't fucking see either. You piece of shit. I hate you.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Like, why you go away? You're blind.
I hate them. I hate everything about the Falmer, bro. I just really, really, really wish they get exterminated, bro. Like, I wish in the next Elder Scrolls game there is some way somehow they exterminate the Falmer. They don't exist anymore. Like they gas the underground. They fucking a bunch of putrid fumes and like fucking oil, and they blow it up. It is no more Falmers.
I would not mind that at all.
I hate them so much. I hate them so, man, every Falmer should get fucking JFK'd, bro. I hate them all.
Like just strap like some magic nuclear bomb, conjure a nuke, and you strap it to like Parthalax or like Alduin or some shit, and just
have that
send them in
motherfucker
there,
fly into the ground and blow up. I'd be fine if every Daedra came out and like destroyed Falmer and the Daedras lived underground.
That would
like
be
I'd
sick.
be okay.
I'm totally okay with that.
If Daedra were just like, oh yeah, we are like demons and we're underground.
I would worship the Daedra. Huh? No problem.
I'd probably worship a Daedra. If they said they're gonna kill Falmer, I'd be like, yo, I'm on board, man. They're making sense right there, man. You don't understand.
I'll do your bidding. Just give me some sweet armor and I'll do your bidding. Like,
I'll kill every Falmer in a fucking 50-mile radius, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Okay, for the last one, this is the game rated one actually. Flying Star says, hello, Dark Chocolate Mocha Cast. I recently got tired of Pokemon and switched to Shin Megami Tensei and found that it's a much better turn-based JRPG. I then the realization that because of my blind love for Pokemon, I never experienced this great game. Do you have any such experience, not just in video games, but with music, movies, etc., where previously your love for a certain type of media closed you off entirely from another potential better form of media? Thank you, and I hope you don't miss any important news this time around. Awesome. Thank you so much, Flying Star. Let's see. I'm gonna be real with you. I was a real big fan of JRPGs until I took a step back from them. Because around like 2016, 2015, I kind of fell off of anime and JRPGs as a whole, and I started playing more Western RPGs. And I played Dragon Age Origins. And I was like, wow, there is no JRPG that's better than this game I've ever played in my life. This is just objectively better than all of them. And then I started playing like Divinity and Baldur's Gate, and I was like, holy shit, how did I miss these fucking amazing games? And I just felt stupid. I'm a dumb person.
Right. JRPGs, they just have like, there's too much shit because like I'm not like a fucking, I'm not a weeb, so like I like a lot of anime, but I like anime that's not, you know, chibi and has all the tropes in it. It's like, say, where, you know, I loved, and so do you loved fucking Castlevania.
Oh, it was amazing.
Which is kind of like, it's like an anime, but not, you know, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. I think it is a cultural thing because when I was more of a fan of like, when I was more absorbing like constant forms of Japanese media, the bit of the more jarring things that I find now where I can't stand were fine with me at the time. I didn't mind chibi. I didn't mind flashbacks. I didn't mind really weirdly strenuous dialogue. I didn't mind all that. I was like, oh, this is kind of how this works, you know? But then I stopped doing that and I like found like dialogue between characters in like Divinity, and I was like, oh. Then I went back to play Persona and I'm like, oh man, this is I can't play this. These guys sound this sounds ridiculous. No one talks to each other like this, you know?
Right. That's the problem. The dialogue is fucking, especially it got worse when people started talking, because it was a lot different when you would read it. I mean, when you'd read a lot of the like say old JRPGs when it was just reading,
and like so Final Fantasy times where it was like, oh, I'm just gonna read this off. But now it's like,
right now that they're talking and shit, they're like the shit that they're saying.
I don't know. What do you mean?
I'm like, stop fucking. Why are you doing
grunts.
that? Stop it.
The anime grunts, bro. Oh my god, it makes me want to die. And then the chicks, me, bro.
They fucking that whiny shit they'll do. I can't even hit those notes. I can't even hit the notes that they do. Like the chicks will like, I can't even get there. I can't even get it. I can't do it. It's not in my DNA. But you guys, everybody knows what we're talking about.
Not trashing it though, because there's some great anime out there. There's some great JRPGs. I still think Persona is a great video game franchise. I'll still stand on that shit. I love it. You know, I love Persona 5 a lot. I love Persona 4. It might be rose-colored glasses because I played it before, but I love Persona 4. Persona 3 is a great game. Shin Megami Tensei is fantastic. You know, I love that shit. But it, you know, there are moments where it just feels like these aren't real people that are talking. It's just creatures. But
right.
hey,
it's a fantasy that's not trying to be even remotely like taken seriously. And they have a lot of the Western RPGs that they're like, we will be fantasy, but we're at least going to treat these people like they're real. You know, it's like Game of Thrones essentially, where there's fucking dragons, but very real life situations happening within this fantasy world.
I respect it.
It's fucking fun. It's fun. I love that shit.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think this might be the end of the podcast. So if you like what you heard today, please consider supporting us on patreon.com/thesnarktank. $1 a month gets you early access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes, which Chris is what will be up at the beginning of next month. And then in early March, mine will be up. So, you know, send me your questions, get ready for that. And I think around April, Derek, yours is going to be getting thrown up there too.
I mean, it should. That should happen. Right?
That should happen. Okay. $5 gets your questions read on the show. $10 a month gets you access to our Discord, and that's one payment and you're in for good. And $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which Chris will do now.